You know, we never hear the medical community talk about this. You know, they talk about washing your hands and social distancing. They never say that I should have a meditation, that I should calm myself, that I should be in gratitude.
The real question is, why do some people get it and other people don't? That's really a more important question. Person's living in fear, they're mobilizing enormous amounts of energy for some danger in their outer world. There's only a certain amount of energy in the body, and if there's no energy in the inner environment for growth and repair, we become more susceptible to the conditions in our outer environment. In other words, our response in fear and aggression and frustration and pain and suffering actually weakens the organism. In these times, we have to become conscious about our relationship with our body. We have to become aware that we are amazing human beings that come fully loaded with an immune system that combats bacteria and viruses, cancer cells, funguses, and molds that happen on a moment-to-moment basis. Fear and those stress hormones actually suppress the immune response. If you live in survival, you see limited possibilities, because in stress and in survival, you will begin to select scenarios in your mind to prepare for the worst thing that could happen. It sits right next to your heart, called the thymus gland. Thymus means time, like a time leaf. Has two functions. It has a endocrinological function, which makes growth hormone, which is the fountain of youth. That's what causes a response and repair quickly in the body and regeneration. And then it has an immunological function, and it releases a chemical called thymosin. And when activated, thymosin signals T cells, your elite force in your body. And T cells have receptors on the outside of their cells that have to be activated. And when you're feeling gratitude or love, it's a time for growth and repair. And the emotion then is what begins to select and instruct different genes and activate these T cell receptors that cause the T cell to actually be able to become powerful or empowered against foreign agents, viruses, bacteria, molds, even cancer cells. So by moving into a state of balance, you're strengthening your inner environment. These T cells can actually combat the very foreign agents from our environment, and it's happening right now. But if you're living in fear, and the chemical response to your environment is saying it's dangerous or threatening out there, then those chemicals actually shut down the T receptor sites, because it needs energy for the emergency in the outer environment. So we become more susceptible to foreign agents in our inner environment. It's the chemical state of wholeness and gratitude that's saying that it's safe enough to relax into the present moment, and now there's growth and repair going on. The chemical signal then activates the receptors. The receptors activate the gene. The gene makes a protein called an immunoglobulin. And immunoglobulin A is your primary defense against bacteria and viruses. And those antibodies are Y-shaped proteins that actually stop the receptors from a virus or a bacteria from attacking it. That causes you to become more immune to the conditions in your environment. I refuse to be a victim or be victimized by this circumstance. I will adapt, I will create, I will change, I will figure out ways from a greater level of consciousness to respond to those conditions. Converting from that sympathetic nervous system and teaching the body that it's safe in the present moment and beginning to activate elevated emotions. If you just practice that for 10 minutes a day for 2 or 3 times a day, immune system will strengthen by 50%. That's a significant amount of change.